Okay, we're doing tier list. This is Howard. We got intern Luke.
Yo.
We got intern Nathan.
What's up?
All right, and intern Nathan busted into my room. I don't know how he knew where my house was. Hung over my bed with a literal axe and his die-cast collectible Lord Vader helmet, and said, "Can we please do a Star Wars tier list?" And I said, "Please get out of my house." And he went, "I'll think about it." And then he just kind of walked away. So because of that horrible experience that I had, we're going to do a Star Wars tier list of all the movies and shows. The tier list is missing one thing, but I'll get to it when we get to it. I'll save it as a surprise. It's going to be really soon. But yeah, I guess we're going to start in the movies in release order.
I hate surprises.
I know.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're starting with Star Wars, a.k.a. Star Wars Episode 4, a.k.a. Star Wars A New Hope, a.k.a. Star Wars 4 A New Hope Special Edition George Lucas Collectible Funko Pop Edition. Okay, A.
I agree.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it in C for a second. I was like, what?
I mean, like, I thought I could put it in C tier, but I agree with it in A tier. The reason I agree with you, like, 100% about A tier is...
Damn, I didn't even say a reason.
No, but I feel like adding reasons adds more content, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, it had a really good opening to, like, the story. It could go both ways. It could go the backstory way, which our prequels did. And it could go continuing the story, which is what the original trilogy did. So I think it set up a lot of direction that Star Wars could go, and I think they did it pretty good for the first like Star Wars movie they ever did. I think they did a pretty good job with it. The battle scenes, the CGI, and the story were all pretty balanced.
Okay, first of all, all right, so because he said CGI, they didn't really have it back then.
Well,
so
that's not
the special editions have it.
Special effects.
The CG that they added in the special edition of this movie suck. I don't care what anyone says.
I didn't mean CGI. I meant like
I know that. I'm building off. It's terrible. All the special edition edits just kind of like suck for this one.
It, yeah.
Especially the Jabba the Hutt scene.
Oh, yeah.
It's awful.
Scary.
But as a film, this movie came out. It did its job. It was a fun, campy adventure. I appreciate it. It's just, it's fun.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say. It's kind of like The Wizard of Oz, where you kind of just know everything that already happens. So when you go to watch it, you go, "Oh, that was about what I expected." It's solid. It's good. It's great. It's a phenomenal film.
It's like a fun film that you can rewatch, but it's not necessarily worthy of like being an S tier.
Yeah. However, S tier, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I
Easy.
agree 100%.
Easy.
But
Darth Vader actually does things. The special editions actually add to the film because the whole entirety of Cloud City was not in the original Empire Strikes Back. A lot of the windows were shut, but they CGI'd them open to give it actually like this. The special edition enhancements were actually good. All the characters
they added stuff in this one.
Yep, all the fights were. All the battle scenes were good. Every character had development, which is something not even present in essentially all mainline Star Wars films. They introduce 3 characters and one gets sidelined, or all of them get sidelined. Honestly, I don't think there's anything bad. A lot of old film, like, so the first movie was kind of like, George Lucas stole ideas from other films, and then this one used that as a jumping board, kind of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And also, a lot of people cite Empire Strikes Back as one of the first movies to have like that, like classic, like I don't know how to describe like the classic like reveal, like when Darth Vader says, "No, Luke, I am your father." Like the classic, like was it not cliffhanger, but like plot twist. Like that is one of the first movies to invent the major like change of direction and plot twist in the movie. I think it did it really well. So I mean, just in addition to what you said, like every character got their own kind of character development. Every character got a good amount of screen time. It wasn't all focused on Luke and like Leia. It had like a good amount of like other like character improvements, character morals, and lessons being learned. So yeah,
like VeggieTales.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, Luke. Any thoughts? All right, Luke. Are you in disagreement?
No, I think I could see New Hope being an A. Empire Strikes Back definitely fits S.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really see a problem with either.
Same.
All right. Return of the Jedi's a B.
Really? Yeah, I was about to say a low A.
I'm sorry. It's okay. A lot of things about this film are incredibly stupid. Like, really stupid.
Well, yeah, the Ewoks.
No, not even the Ewoks. Just the idea. Okay. The whole second half of the film is stupid. The Empire's like, I have an evil plan. I'm going to build a second Death Star which why didn't he already have one built already? But whatever. It has like almost the same exact weakness as the first one that everyone already knew how to blow up. But don't worry, I'm not going to bring the Empire, it's a trap. I didn't bring the whole Empire fleet. I just brought a majority one with my giant multi-trillion-dollar spaceship that's not even finished, that anyone can fly into. It doesn't even make sense. It's so stupid.
There is actually an explanation for that I'm surprised you didn't know about by now.
Was it explained in the movie itself?
In the novelization of the movie, and by many people, including George Lucas himself.
Okay, so I'm just looking.
To you?
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm looking solely at what the film explains to me.
In the film, probably, if you did deep dive into it, it would explain to you itself
Okay,
too.
all right. So why did he bring a broken ship?
No, I mean the reason he didn't have the whole fleet there.
I know. I don't care why
it was because
I don't care why he didn't bring the whole fleet. The whole premise is already whack because he brought a broken ship
it was under construction, and the reason it was like not finished is he was trying to bait the rebels into attacking it.
Okay.
He was trying. The reason he didn't bring his whole fleet either was connected to the reason Death Star wasn't finished, and that being if he brought the whole fleet and a finished Death Star, like the whole entire Imperial fleet, the rebels wouldn't even dare to try and attack it. They didn't know it'd be a trap.
Okay.
So by sending out like the Empire's fleet to be like only a fraction of what it is, and by keeping the Death Star looking vulnerable, which it was, but looking like more vulnerable, they baited rebels into attacking, and Palpatine or the Emperor and the forces of the Imperial forces thought that they could bait the rebels to send their fleet and destroy the rebel fleet, which they would have done if it hadn't been for the Ewoks on the Forest Moon. Because if you watch that movie, they all got captured.
Yeah.
Luke was aboard the Death Star, so if the Ewoks didn't intervene, then yeah, his plan would have worked into baiting the rebels into attacking.
Okay.
So that's why I say your plot holes and your
reasons
for it being bad don't make that much sense, because there are reasons for those.
Okay, Wikipedia entry for Return of the Jedi. Now, I'm just joking. Okay, so where did the Empire fleet come from? They came out of hyperspace, right?
No, they're already there.
They were already there.
The rebels came out of hyperspace.
So why couldn't the rest of the Empire just be in hyperspace just waiting?
I'm trying to tell you. They were trying to guard the other planets that the Empire controlled. The Empire still controlled hundreds of other planets at that time. So they needed to have the fleet in guarding like the other planets. I don't know what all the names, but they had the guard corps and they had the guard other planets. And if they had taken all those ships and sent them into one location to fight the rebels,
so they had a bait.
left it open to other attacks.
So they baited them over a planet in which they didn't know the native species on the planet,
right?
Hoping that that all the native species just wouldn't.
They didn't know every factor, but
so why didn't they just do it over a planet they did know?
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to say, if everything they had done the same had been over a planet that they knew had no life forms on, they would have won.
No.
They didn't take into account that the Ewoks were there, and they probably didn't even know the Ewoks were there.
Any spaceship can still just fly into the Death Star and blow it up.
Not if it's like hundreds of Star Destroyers, turbo lasers aimed right at you. No ship's gonna get past that defenses.
How do you know?
Because I literally watched the movie. And
were there Star Destroyers? Like an army of hundreds of Star Destroyers?
Yes, there were.
Yes, there were.
And they still even more.
Hold on.
There could have been even more.
I don't know about
Destroyers.
hundreds, but there were definitely a lot.
There was like 80. You look
definitely
at
not as much as in like Rise of Skywalker, where
not as much as in Rise of Skywalker. Because like,
you know what? I don't even know why I'm entertaining this. This plan is still stupid. Wait,
it's not stupid.
Yes, it
is.
is.
I gave you reasons why it wasn't stupid.
Yeah, no, you gave me reasons of why it would work. I don't want to know. It's dumb. Why didn't he just have a fully made one already?
Because it was
to bait someone out, to bait out the rebels. You mean to tell me that that's the first time anyone's ever thought of that?
Well, it's a tactic used in even our military. It's like fake something.
I know that.
Pretend it's not finished.
Okay.
Bait the enemy into attacking, then ambush them. Right? It's literally exactly.
And in the decade of the rebels, the Empire never did something like that once.
Well, they did with Rebels show with Thrawn.
No. Before then. But
Ages.
we're not counting Thrawn at the moment. We're just looking at Return of the Jedi.
What do you mean? In the movie, they didn't do that before?
Well, yeah. If we just count like these 3 movies, you mean to tell me in the 10 years that the rebels were a thing and were an actual thing, nobody realized that the Empire would do such a simple military tactic?
Wait, in the 3 movies or in the time the Rebel Alliance?
I'm just
was a
saying
thing?
if we don't acknowledge the expanded lore just yet. So this is the lore presented in these 3 movies.
Right.
You mean to tell me the rebel organization's never seen that tactic before?
I mean, it was shown partially in Empire Strikes Back.
All right, so let's...
It was Cloud City and how they baited the rebels and attacking.
Yeah, so they baited the rebels in Emperor Strikes Back. Everyone knows what happened.
Right.
And they did it again, and it worked?
No, they did it again in Return of the Jedi, and it didn't work because of the Ewoks.
Well, yeah, but if you didn't count the Ewok, they were going to just do it again.
And then it would have worked.
But no, yeah, but the rebels didn't even acknowledge it until it happened. The quote, "It's a trap." That's what I'm saying. It just seems like a rehash that wasn't fully thought out.
I mean, I guess, but there are reasons for it. That makes sense.
Yeah, but however, I'm just saying it. I don't think it's good. Along with that, all the character.
I think it is good. I just don't think it's as good as A New Hope or as good as Empire Strikes Back. That's why I said high B or low A. I wasn't arguing with you.
I'm not saying.
I was just arguing that the second half movie wasn't as bad as you're saying, especially considering the throne room scene was amazing.
I think Palpatine's a terrible villain, by the way. I think he's really boring.
You really think so? I mean,
he didn't do anything.
There are so many people that say,
yeah, I might actually have to agree with that.
He doesn't. He just kind of sits there and is like, I am the epitome.
Chancellor Palpatine.
Chancellor, because he does stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He does
Emperor
stuff.
Palpatine is awful.
Fine.
He doesn't do anything.
Okay, that is true. I thought you meant Chancellor Palpatine and Palpatine and the Emperor as a person was a boring character.
We haven't gotten to Chancellor Palpatine.
Or actually,
I get
Darth
you
Sidious.
mean Darth Sidious after Revenge of the Sith, yes, it was kind of boring. He didn't do much.
Yeah. What does he do?
All he did was the Force lightning.
He was the epitome of evil, and he just sat in a chair.
But him,
he got too tired.
He's like, I need a rest. I have massive political power, billions of soldiers, and for this plan,
money.
I'm just going to sit down in this chair.
But I know we're not getting to this yet, but if you read the comics, watch the prequels, other shows where he's in, you can see that he's probably one of the best villains to ever come across media. I think he's better than Thanos.
Wait. Emperor Palpatine?
Like Palpatine in general.
Palpatine in general?
As a Sith Lord, as Chancellor Palpatine,
just his whole character arc.
His whole character arc, including Legends, is probably, arguably, one of the best movie villains or show villains to ever cross media.
The whole character arc I could see more, but just Emperor Palpatine?
No, not just Emperor Palpatine, but the whole character arc.
Also, Vader, I think, is a better character than Palpatine in every
Vader
way.
is probably
100% true.
Vader is a better character in terms of the character development, but if you're looking at pure menacing, evil, Palpatine is probably the bigger.
I mean, I don't know. All right.
Just trying to explain this, do
you mean villain in writing?
Literally, if you're looking at how bad of a person he was compared to every other villain, he blows them all out of the water. The Joker, the dark side, Thanos, he's much more,
well, listen, I watched Steven Universe, and White Diamond has a higher kill count than Emperor Palpatine, so I'm gonna have to put White Diamond above
What's
Palpatine.
His kill count?
White Diamond, trillions upon trillions.
What do you do?
White Diamond, in order to make the crystal gems, she ate planets like Galactus.
Well, that's
we're talking if you just put the infinity sign, I think that's good enough for.
I know what you mean about kill counts and but how many people you kill isn't always equal to how evil you are though. Literally, you could say Grand Moff Tarkin or person who fought the Death Star super laser is more evil than Palpatine because they kill more people than Palpatine, but that's not the case. What I'm trying to point out about Palpatine and Darth Sidious as a character as a whole is the amount of evil stuff he did and the degree of the evil stuff he did with Darth Maul, with the Jedi, with Order 66.
You're getting ahead.
With Luke.
We're not in the prequel era.
Anakin and Vader, with
more so Anakin than Vader.
Yeah, more so Anakin. Yeah, and with everything that he did to everyone in the galaxy is one of the most evil and well done evil characters I've ever seen.
Well done. Well, hold on. We'll get to that when we get to the prequels.
Especially in the prequels and the
okay.
Legends and
I don't read Legends because
and the canon
don't have
comics,
patience.
And the canon comics, you should really get more into this lore because he's one of the best villains to ever be.
If he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if he's in 5 movies and it can't convince me in 5 movies. And Clone Wars. 5 movies and a TV show. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's just get to episode 1. All right. Episode 1, E tier. In fact, honestly, this movie is it's overhated, which I understand because it sucks. But there's some good elements. But unironically, if you just like deleted this movie and had this be episode 1, make another movie in between 2 and 3, and then had 3, it'd flow better as a trilogy.
No, you don't even need another movie. Just add Clone Wars.
I've actually seen people make that similar argument, and I agree with it actually. Just because some people are saying if you started from Attack of the Clones and you didn't include Phantom Menace at all, and you just had made some flashbacks of Darth Maul and stuff like that, and then you went into more of the Clone Wars after the Geonosis arena, it would have made more sense for Anakin's character progression, and especially seeing some live action Clone Wars battles. Instead of doing a Phantom Menace would have made more sense.
Yeah, and like there are some cool things.
If Attack of the Clones is 1, a different movie in 2, then Revenge of the Sith was 3.
Yeah, and like there's some cool things. Like Darth Maul's cool, even though he does literally nothing. Qui-Gon's cool, but there's some like so much gag-worthy stuff. Like, oh my God, Anakin just being straight up a Jesus Christ allegory. Boring. The Queen Amidala, boring character. Jar Jar
weren't that good though.
Space battles weren't that good. Jar Jar. What's actually is impressive about this movie though? The CG still holds up from a movie from 1999.
That's true.
I watched it again. Other than the Jar Jar droid fight, which does look kind of bad because the environments look bad. Overall, the CGI still holds up.
And talking about like Return of the Jedi and the plot we mentioned, there was something similar with this movie that you were referencing with the other movie in terms that like they're able to block a whole planet with their own military, and like the space battles seem kind of underwhelming considering that they were able to block the whole planet. Yeah, and there was still the Republic. It just didn't make much sense. Like if one child who had only flown a ship once or twice could take down the whole separatist like spaceship and cause a blockade to end, it just makes not much sense to me considering they had a stranglehold on the planet. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I would have thought there would be a lot more of the separatist ships there. And even if Anakin did manage to take out one of the ships, it wouldn't really have changed much. But no, it was like 3 ships, and it took over a whole planet with 3 of those ships. And that just makes no sense to me, considering there was a Republic still, or there was a Jedi, and Naboo had their own military. So I mean, it just doesn't make much more sense considering the numbers. You know what I mean? Like.
I know what you mean. I just never thought of it. I just go, oh, cool. This sucks.
I mean, that's why I'm saying.
Head empty. This is dumb.
The space battles felt underwhelming, and it didn't make much sense either.
Yeah, also, this is my issue with all the politics in Star Wars. It's obvious guy does comically evil thing that's totally illegal, and then everyone goes, wait, that's illegal. And instead of fighting back, they just kind of just sit there and wait till the worst thing happens, then they do something. That's literally every single thing about... Whenever it involves it's like oh, there's a blockade on Naboo. Let's just have everyone sit there and get really upset.
Now I think we might agree on this, but Attack of the Clones either E or D.
Oh,
really?
F.
You think so?
You're going straight to F.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the only reason I put on E instead of F or low D is just because I thought Count Dooku, how they showed him as introduction of the character is really interesting. And the ending fight was good. The rest of the movie was kind of really bad.
Okay, now for my reasoning.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
They're showing the clone army and stuff.
So essentially, even as a kid, I would skip this movie because I genuinely did not care about Count Dooku. I thought he was kind of a boring villain. In other stuff, they show him to be a lot cooler. I just think
Clone Wars, you mean?
Yeah, the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
Again, this does not feel like a bridging point to reach the 3rd movie. This really should have been the 1st movie. Padme's creepy relationship with Anakin is also really weird. Hayden Christensen tried his best. I'm not going to blame him. The script was bad. The only interesting part is the Obi-Wan mystery with the clones. And that's because Ian McGregor's cool.
But it also shows kind of the Order 66 and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like there's some cool stuff in there, but the issue is the movie's long and boring and tedious and not really that interesting.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, like the whole movie is pretty bad except for the ending and the clone arc. So that's why I feel like it's enough good stuff to make at least a low E. Because usually movies that you put in F tier, all the way at F tier, have nothing good in them at all.
Yeah, but like
some Marvel movies. But I think this is better than some of the Marvel movies you put in F tier.
Yeah, I would say bump it up to E.
Yeah, E.
all right, hold on. So
There's enough stuff about it to make it not F.
I do okay, but I don't like Dooku. Other than the mystery in the beginning of where the clones came from, which takes a total of 5 minutes, by the way.
The mysterious Jango Fett, showing Boba Fett's origins.
I don't care.
And
that's right. That's also in the 5 minutes that are good, by the way.
And the final battle with the clones.
I didn't really. I thought it looked kind of like a video game. I didn't think it looked good. It doesn't really hold up. The battle.
Also considering that it was before 2000.
I mean, yeah, but also.
It was as good as it could have looked back then.
But Phantom Menace looked better.
I don't know.
The droids look better than the clone CG.
I guess.
Also, Yoda's gross CG does not look good either. Also,
but you can't say that the lightsaber fights in this one were worse than Phantom Menace.
Like
with
no,
Yoda and agility and Dooku,
the Darth Maul fight was objectively better than every single fight in this.
You're right. That is true.
Yeah, that's kind of fair, actually.
The
ending fight was kind of...
The ending fight is Count Dooku waving a stick because they had to CG Yoda in. Other than
a curved stick.
Yeah, a curved stick.
That actually adds more agility when he's fighting.
I don't know. It's just everything just kind of seems like... This movie kind of feels like it could have just been a text crawl in the beginning of another movie. Like, this could have been just explained off screen. Nothing, or this could have just been an arc in the TV show. It's just, it feels like nothing here happens that's really important enough to drive home the ending of the trilogy.
I guess, but that's what I'm saying. Prequels might have been better if there were either 4
nothing was
movies.
really lost, honestly.
Yeah.
If there were either 4, I think prequels would have been better if there were 4 movies. Or just like cutting one of the first 2 out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then replacing it with a different movie.
Oh yeah, and like
I still don't think it deserves F tier though.
I don't know. I just don't find anything about
Fine,
this.
I'll leave an F tier because it's borderline EF.
The last thing I'll say.
I won't leverage points for another movie though.
All right, hold on. And this is just my final point. Okay.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine wants Padme assassinated. So what he does is he asks Count Dooku to assassinate
I know
Padme.
this, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Count Dooku asks Jango Fett, and Jango Fett asks someone else, and finally that person.
Yeah, and that's how all this starts. Meanwhile, Palpatine can literally just force choke someone from another planet. So why he didn't just do it? True. And then you can't say, oh well, then he'd break. He literally has an expanded lore Sith artifacts in his office that block it off so no one can tell he's a Sith, and everyone knows it's Sith artifacts, and just no one said anything. All right? He can literally force choke people. He force choked Dooku in the Clone Wars show, and no one was none the wiser. So why he couldn't just force choke Padme to just die is beyond me.
That is true. So yeah, we can leave an F.
Yeah.
I agree.
Revenge of the Siths in B.
You really think that?
Really?
A?
Yeah, I think
say A or even S.
Okay.
I wouldn't go to S, but I would definitely go to A.
Definitely A, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so B, okay, all right.
I would say A.
So,
come on, give me this one at least. It's
okay.
one of my favorite
let
movies.
Hold on, I know, I haven't literally, I just put something down and Nathan has like a full debate ready.
Fine.
First of all, these 2 movies did a terrible job building up all the character arcs that are happening. Absolutely terrible job. So I feel like maybe I put it in A if these 2 movies did a better job to prop this up. Okay? Second of all, the plot's kind of goofy. Let's be real. They introduce Grievous, so they have to immediately kill him off. They have to kill off Dooku. They have to quickly do it, mind you, right? Then they have to get, rush all the stuff with Palpatine. Then they have to rush a lot of things just to get to the big action fight, which, to be honest, I also don't think there's good choreography in the final 2 fights. There's Yeah,
I could see that with Obi-Wan's.
With the
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
versus Grievous, but like
no. I think Obi-Wan versus Grievous is fine. Anakin.
Battle of the Heroes is one of the best duels ever made. There are so many videos calling it that too.
I disagree.
I don't
because
see how you disagree.
no, because I have this one shot in my head when they're in the control room just twirling lightsabers and no one hits each other.
About it this morning.
Yeah.
There's literally explanations for it, dude.
It's just people just
Well, no,
walking,
they're literally-
whacking each other with sticks.
There are literally explanations for it. You should do more research on
First of all,
almost kind of looks like siblings fighting.
if it's not,
that's actually a good point. The reason they had the lightsabers twirling around each other and not hitting each other is because they knew each other so well. They had fought, like, I don't know how they described it in the video, but they had...
I know, but I can't even finish a thought.
They had, so like, Obi-Wan and Anakin were two parts of one warrior. So basically, Obi-Wan was the defense, Anakin was the offense.
Yep.
And due to them knowing each other's fighting styles so well, knowing each other's personalities, knowing what each other's going to do, and very similar in terms of like their knowledge of each other, they did the exact same move, which is what George Lucas said, and what the movie is implying is because they knew each other so well, they did the same thing then until lightsabers clashed a couple seconds later.
Okay.
No, definitely.
No, all right. Now that you've explained it,
another reason why
I feel like it could have looked better though.
yeah, that's my argument. It looks stupid.
It could have
Yeah,
looked
they
better.
could have more accurately represented
No,
that though.
that is true, but they also did that with the Force push. How they did the Force push at the exact same time, and they both flew back.
Okay,
true.
yeah.
It's supposed to show that they knew each other really well.
Yes, so
same thing when Anakin uses arrogance trying to jump over Obi-Wan and got his legs cut off and lost the duel.
Okay.
That's because Obi-Wan knew exactly Anakin was trying to do. Anakin was trying to imitate what Obi-Wan did to Darth Maul in the prequels.
Yeah, I understand.
And the first one.
But to get back to my issue, is the fight is long. It's
supposed to be long.
It's stupid because it looks.
not stupid.
Dude, there's literally scenes where they just kind of walk down a hallway thwacking a stick, then it hard cuts to a little goblin going, and then like Yoda jumping around like a goofball
actually, yeah.
with an old man going with a whacking stick, looking like a flailing child. All right, you could have done better choreography to establish these points, and that's what I'm saying. Now,
I think
still?
the fight was still
The
amazing.
music's on point. Mustafar is one of the best looking CG planets you could possibly get.
Mustafar's
I
sick.
just think
And the fight was great. And the emotional build up and showing how it led up to Darth Vader becoming Darth Vader was
no,
great.
that's my main. I don't think these two really build up that thing it wanted for a fight scene that long, looking that goofy.
I don't think it looked goofy. I
There's
think
literally
the reason
there's also one scene where
the
like
fact of it being long was the point of it being good. It
I-
showed the inner turmoil that Anakin had.
okay, but I don't think it got to the point narratively where it deserved it. Because again, to reiterate, Anakin's character hasn't really been that good in the prequel movies, so they have to rush everything
All right,
for this
fine.
but
But
long.
look,
I think it's
literally a
good.
tier list with
Yeah,
shows in it.
yeah.
So that means if we take into account everything else in this tier list, it should be A. If we're only looking at the first three prequel movies, probably yes, B. But if we take into account everything else we're rating, we have to do that. We have to rate it against everything else. It should be an A. 'Cause
I
everything
actually
else
think-
sets up this movie and this.
No,
world of
I
Darth
think
Vader
it's still
better.
staying B because if you
I
need
don't
literally
think so.
a 10-season long show to explain something 2 movies couldn't do, that's a failure on the 2 movies part.
But you have to realize there was like a 5 or 6 year gap that the 10-season year show had to cover. Or 10 season show had to
Yeah, but
cover.
if these 2 movies failed to do a job a 10-season show could do, that's also a negative mark.
Well, it's also kind of hard to fit a 10-season show with hundreds of hours into 3 movies.
You can literally do you just could have just made the first 2 movies good and like well narrativized.
No, I know, but we're only looking at Revenge of the Sith compared to everything else.
I just think that it's a good movie. It's fun. It's just a little dorky and dumb. And
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
okay,
I'm
so
walking away if you don't put it A.
okay, bye.
I mean, come on, give me this
We just
one.
checkmated you.
You put it in low A. Come on. It's not that bad.
Wait. Are we doing low letters?
No.
Low, high letters?
I'm just throwing it in alphabet.
It's just the letter.
Yeah, I mean, I like Revenge of the Sith more than Return of the Jedi, so this would be like a very high B. I like it way more
Yeah.
than Return of the Jedi. I just think that
Not enough to
pacing's
make it a low A though.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so confused.
I wanna put more
I like it equal to A New Hope.
Here,
and I understand why you think A New Hope is so much better.
Wait, Nathan, I might have an argument for low A.
okay.
So you're putting New Hope at A,
That's exactly
Revenge of the
my
Sith
point.
would be.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think Revenge of the Sith is better than Return of the Jedi.
I agree with
That
that.
I would 100% agree with that.
I also think it's almost as good, if not as good as A New Hope.
I completely disagree with that in every single way.
Why? A New Hope has some of the same.
Wait, what? The Revenge of the Sith is better than New Hope?
No, almost as good, but not quite as good.
I wouldn't say almost.
Yeah, I think that.
I would say it's getting there, but not
I mean,
exactly.
Fine, if we're looking at it from your point of view, Josh,
Mm-hmm.
Revenge of the Sith and New Hope have almost the same issues. You call them issues that as each other. Like A New Hope kind of felt rushed at some points, with Luke just suddenly like becoming the symbol for the rebellion and blowing up the Death Star. Like that whole arc from him just looking.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Did I say A New Hope was rushed?
No, you said Revenge of the Sith was rushed. I'm trying to say, if you're making the argument Revenge of the Sith was rushed, and you also make the argument A New Hope was rushed.
No, I don't agree with that.
Well,
I think
New
actually
Hope-
the pacing's pretty.
I
A New Hope is
don't
pretty
know about
rushed.
that.
Pacing
It was a shorter movie, and it covered around the same amount of stuff that Revenge of the Sith did.
No. This is Revenge of the Sith is covering the two
Yeah.
movies while also having it connect to the original trilogy.
So?
That's a lot more to cover than just wacky space guy with a stick shooting a giant spaceship. I mean, the original's a simpler premise.
I feel like the original also like rushed Luke into like this Jedi battle figurehead.
I mean,
for the rebellion.
I mean,
Like,
because he was the only Jedi. I would do
I
that
know,
too
but-
if he was the only Jedi.
I get it, Josh, but I'm
Yeah.
also trying to say that Revenge of the Sith didn't do as bad of a job as you think it did. I don't think it was that rushed, and I don't think A New Hope did that much better than Revenge of the Sith.
All right.
In terms of character development, and in terms of showing the climax and how things came to be. I think Revenge of the Sith was a great prelude to what happened in the Kenobi show and what happened to
No, I'm not even looking
in-
at the expanded stuff.
in the original trilogy.
I'm
That's
just
exactly
straight.
my point. If you're gonna rate anything on tier list, you have to look at compared.
Why
to the
do
other
I have
things.
to look at expanded stuff to make the original product seem good?
Because the Kenobi show is on this tier list. So if you're rating
Hold
stuff
on.
compared to other stuff on the same tier list, you
Was
have to rate
Kenobi
it
in
compared-
everyone's head when they made Revenge of the Sith?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's if you need to watch other products in order for something to be good, that doesn't really say well about the original product. Now,
Yeah.
I still enjoy it, but they had to rush 3 villains, much the same issue as Spider-Man 3. They had to rush, which I would also put in B tier, which I think we did. Spider-Man 3, high B.
I may have an argument for
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith going to A.
Okay, all right. Lay it on me.
Okay.
All right, Luke needs a chance to punch me now.
Anakin.
Okay.
I will somewhat agree with you.
Okay.
I'm a little biased because I like Anakin's character.
I mean, yeah. If you look at the expanded stuff, Anakin's a fun character.
Well, no, not
yeah.
even just expanded. Just like throughout the prequels, I'm a little biased because
Okay.
I just tend to like his progression.
Okay.
Obi-Wan. I think Obi-Wan was pretty good in this as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Palpatine. No.
Yep.
Kind.
Grievous was a dude who was there who had no personality. I love Grievous, but he's
Grievous
just the
is
guy who's
sick.
there.
Yeah.
You know,
Grievous
great
is way better
design.
in Clone Wars than anything.
Dooku is
not shine in this
agree with
movie.
that.
Dooku
Grievous
dies
is
literally immediately, which then makes me
Wait,
question the point of 2.
Let Luke Chris make
Okay.
his point, but I do
My
agree.
point. Palpatine definitely nothing. However,
Okay.
Order 66
Exactly.
Order 66.
I think
is
Order
one of the
66
best part of all Star
was a
Wars.
big enough. I think Order 66 was a big enough twist that
You know how it could be a bigger twist? I already know the answer to
If
this.
there's how Order 66, then
No,
there would be no Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. There would be no stuff after showcasing the hunting
but that's
of
still
the
expanded.
Jedi.
Yeah, that's expanded.
That's true,
So hold
but,
on.
like,
He's
You
just,
know
he's
what
just
would
looking
actually-
at the raw
Yeah,
Revenge
yeah.
of the Sith
Yeah, I
purely
think Order
based
Also,
on.
that's a good point because Order
I'm not
66
looking-
was
of
the,
prequels.
the best thing
All right.
I've ever
So what
seen
I'm saying, all
in
right,
Star Wars.
that scene would have actually been really good if we actually knew or cared about any of the Jedi who actually died.
That's true.
You only know about them through expanded stuff afterwards. It's Order 66, and you just see a bunch of random nobodies die. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but even though even though you don't know them well, it's still showing like the whole extinction of a race or religion.
okay,
And that's exactly
true.
the point.
Yeah.
They're killing children. You only see dead children and teenagers on the floor from the clones shooting them. I
Okay.
think that's
Mostly
the
from
significant-
expanded though.
yeah.
No, you see them like on the ground in Revenge of the Sith. You and Obi-Wan are going to check in the Jedi Temple.
Okay,
That,
but what did they do?
Alone
True, but
is enough
they enlarged it in Clone Wars.
And along with that,
stuff to
right?
make it easier.
We
Actually,
never really know about the inner mechanisms of the Jedi Temple. We never do anything in the Jedi Temple other than the council saying, "Oh yeah, Anakin's not a knight." That's literally the only thing that happens in the temple ever. We knew more about all the senators that happened on Coruscant than literally anything that happened in the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, I mean,
I still
well,
think
wait, Obi-Wan did go.
He went to a library and talked to a librarian.
Well, no, he also explored Coruscant a little bit.
Yeah, Coruscant. I like Coruscant because it's just a ripoff of Blade Runner. I like it.
It kind of is, yeah.
No, it directly is. Anything in Star Wars, the rule is it isn't kinda, it totally is, which I'm totally okay with, by the way. That's how art's formed. But I didn't even get to the Blade Runner stuff in episode 2. But
Josh, I really think you've heard so many arguments that you can move to a low A. Come on.
no,
No. You know what? Okay.
it's fun. It's a fun action
I still
film.
disagree, but I'm more fine with it being in B than I was before.
It's like a very high.
Now that I'm thinking about
it's
it.
a very high B.
okay.
It's some fun stuff, but I think it has a lot of issues.
Yeah, so
It
does
does.
A New Hope, and so does.
I don't think New Hope really
Return of
has
the
that
Jedi,
many
but you put
issues.
them-
New Hope's a solid movie.
Yeah, New Hope's plot and like
It was simple because it was a movie made in '77 or something. Which not they didn't have like the trilogy movies back then, and I think as a filmmaker, I think that New Hope, it does everything pretty well.
yeah.
Of course, when you watch a lot of old movies, you can see where every single influence came from.
But I also think Revenge of the Sith showed everything pretty well.
All right, let's just move to Force Awakens. I think this is a pretty solid C tier movie.
I think it'd be D, because I don't understand how you can put that one below Revenge of the Sith.
Well, I mean,
Return of the Jedi.
B is like
It was
if
literally
out of 10.
a remake of A New Hope with different characters.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say.
I know.
But I think the characters were
Kylo
charming.
was interesting. That's the only good part of the movie.
Damn, I again, all right. I think it's
I
a
can't believe
remake
you did
of A
this,
New Hope,
dude.
but I think a lot of the characters in this first movie were endearing enough to push the movie over the D tier
I
to the
don't
point
think
where
so.
I'm kind of neutral on it. I don't really have
don't
any
think so.
strong feelings. I don't have any negative feelings.
It was the best movie in the sequel trilogy, which
Yeah.
is saying a lot, but I still put it in D.
I don't know.
I like Finn's character. I think he's really fun in this.
Then they
I like
screwed him
Kylo
up.
Ren. No,
Then
no.
they screwed him up.
I'm only looking
Finn's
at this so
character.
far. All right.
Well, you can't say that because you said Revenge. You literally said Revenge of the Sith would be A or S tier if the first two movies were better than that
Yeah,
trilogy.
but we're not
You're-
on the
you're
movie.
saying-
No. He's at the
you're
beginning of
saying-
this
Hold on.
trilogy.
Yeah, this
though.
is the
Force
beginning of the
Awakens-
trilogy.
He's at the beginning. This is the beginning.
Yeah,
of
the other
set of
two
three
movies would have this issue, but for now, the character presented in Force Awakens is pretty a defector from the First Order, literally like learning,
And then they ruined
Finn's
it.
character is awesome.
Yeah,
in this.
no, because also John Boyega's a great actor. I love him in Attack the Block. Such a good movie.
he's a very good.
Oh
actor.
my gosh.
I'm saying Finn and Kylo were interesting characters, but apart
And
from that, the movie was trash.
I like Han Solo. I thought they did his coming back pretty well.
Okay, I would
Ray,
agree.
I think needed. I'm not gonna hate on Ray in this movie because Ray didn't really do much in this movie, but I think she was endearing. She was endearing. What's her name? Daisy Ridley
Yes.
or Ridley Daisy? I forget. I'm so bad with
Daisy
names.
Ridley.
The first.
Daisy Ridley. I think everyone did their best. I think it was fine. A lot of the action scenes were really done. The ending fight scene is so well choreographed in this. Like, oh my god,
That's actually true.
like it's so well choreographed in the snow.
That is true, except for the fact that
Now, does it rehash?
except for the the choreography was really good. But I think one of the reasons that it's D for me was a lot of reasons that's D, not C for me. But one of the major reasons that's D instead of being low C is due to that Rey is kind of like a Mary Sue in the sense that she literally never picked up a lightsaber. She did use a staff, which is true, but she picked up a lightsaber, was
Okay.
able to defeat Kylo Ren with years of experience prior. She was able to use the Force to pull it out of Kylo Ren's grip, and Kylo Ren arguably has better Force abilities than Rey, just because he had more training with the Force. And Kylo Ren is trying to grab the lightsaber out with the Force out of the snow, and Rey grabs it with like no training, and then beats Kylo with the lightsaber, and Kylo still has his own lightsaber. I just think that makes no sense. She had 30 minutes of training from
Not even like
not
probably
even,
20.
maybe 20 from Han Solo.
Okay.
And
it wasn't even training.
Han
He just
Solo's
like
not in the
explained it to
Jedi.
her.
He only explained it to her, and she somehow beat Kylo Ren.
Okay.
I think that fight makes no sense. If we're talking about fights that made no sense, that fight made no sense.
Okay, so
Even though it looks good, but it made no sense. That's why it's D.
I don't really see that. I mean, like, okay, 30
You don't
minutes.
see that?
No, I don't mean see it
Joins
as
the training and beats Kylo.
well, because he
6 or
kind of
7
seems like an
years of
angry
training.
toddler. So
He
yeah,
kinda
if
is.
she's more calm and focused, and he's just an angry toddler, I mean, yeah. That's
Okay.
kind of how. I mean, isn't that
I
what
get-
Anakin did? He became an angry toddler. It's like,
And
I'm gonna do
Obi-Wan
the
beat
Darth
him,
Maul
yeah.
trick, and then Obi-Wan's like, all right, I'm calm now.
I get your point.
It's you know.
I literally get your point.
Yeah.
But also, Obi-Wan had more experience than Anakin, and they're more closer in experience. So that fight in Revenge of the Sith makes more sense in this fight.
Then-
because Rey had 20 minutes experience, Kylo Ren had around a dozen or a little less years of experience. Therefore, Rey being Kylo makes much less sense than Obi-Wan beating Anakin. Same
Dude,
thing with-
experience doesn't
it's the
matter in
same
Star
thing-
Wars.
It does though. It's
No, remember when Obi-Wan one-shotted Darth Maul? Remember when Darth Vader just picked up the Lord of the Sith
Yes,
and tossed
I know.
him like a salad?
I know, but
That-
You know?
Well, okay. To be fair, he was old and frail.
To be honest, he had unlimited power and was literally like a Sith god.
That's true.
But listen, even considering Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul and Darth Maul having more experience, the gap in age and experience wasn't as big as of experience between Rey and Kylo.
How do we even know Kylo had that many years of experience?
Because there are literally so much.
As
He's
far
been
as-
trained with Luke since he was a baby.
Yeah,
Well,
and,
you don't find that out though until the
Yeah, you
second
don't find that
movie.
out in the second
it's
movie.
implied.
Well, no,
Which
they
was before
don't
this.
even.
and again, how do we know he just?
Oh wait, Han does mention it actually in the
Yeah,
first
Han
movie.
does mention.
Yeah, he
that.
mentions it. But however, we don't know who really teaches him other than Snoke. We don't know how
We
good.
do.
No, we don't know
We
how
do.
good. We don't know how good Snoke is at even using
And
anything.
not that we know who taught him.
Yeah, but we don't know how much.
We do.
You know exactly how much that Kylo Ren taught. Snoke taught Kylo Ren.
No, Luke, because we know that.
Yeah, we know Luke taught him, right?
So Luke taught him for majority years till he joined the Knights of Ren, and Snoke taught him a bit more.
Okay, and
yeah.
all right. I mean, I don't
I'm just
know.
trying to point out that Kylo had way more experience than Rey.
Okay.
There's no real way, even if Kylo was angry and not thinking straight, that Rey could have beat Kylo.
I
in
mean,
that
I don't know.
scenario.
It just kind of just.
It's the same thing with Vader. Vader is very unemotionally like he lets his emotions control me, even as Darth Vader.
Okay.
It's a mechanical suit, not Anakin Darth Vader, but like Darth Vader, and you.
Well, Darth Vader's
and-
entire character is just him. Is his emotions.
Yeah.
And exactly my point. Even Darth Vader was clouded by his emotions and not thinking straight, he still beat everyone he faced against. In the comics, in the movies,
That
in
is
the
actually
shows,
true.
Yeah.
He
In the
has a
video games.
ridiculous kill count.
in
I
the
mean, I
video
don't know.
games. And it's the same thing with Kylo, except for some reason Kylo lost. Just because they needed to advance the plot.
Yeah, but however, I also don't know really what Kylo like feats he's done because they just kind of say it.
Come on, just give me this one. It's not a very good movie. So New Hope remake.
I think it's okay.
I actually.
I'm
Okay, wait.
saying, come on.
I
How
think
is
I
it
can push
okay
this
if
to
they're-
D.
What?
I think D too.
I think I can push it to D.
All right, fine. We'll
And
push
this
it
is.
to D.
I said we could push to D. You said no, and Luke said it. You said yes.
Yeah, because it's majority.
All right.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's why?
It's
I
majority.
I thought I was gonna have to like plead my case.
No, plead your case. And
Oh,
then
okay, cool.
Yeah, then we'll keep it
Okay.
there.
This is more of a personal gripe than anything.
Okay.
I even in the first movie, I don't think Rey's character is that good.
Well, yeah, because it's well, I was just going off the case of it's the first movie, so they're gonna develop it later on.
Well, no.
So that's why I was being more charitable.
That's how I was at the beginning before I watched the rest of the movie.
Yeah, the rest of the
But
movies, I'm not gonna be as charitable.
Even
about.
at this first movie, I personally think that Finn would have been a better choice
Well-
to be like the main character.
No,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, I agree.
I
Making from the Jedi
disagree.
Would have been better.
I
That's
think
what a lot of people said
they
too.
both should have been the main character.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Actually,
That's what I think. I think they both should have been the main character.
Jedi teamed up against like Kylo.
Oh, so you're
and,
thinking like a
Snoke, whatever.
Fit like
it would have
okay.
been better. Yes, if
Rey-
Finn and Rey traded.
Rey
under-
is the natural prodigy that she needs to hone to be a good fighter, and she is going to help John Boyega's character Finn, who has raw passion to do this but lacks the ability. That's what I
Yeah.
thought was going to happen
No, I
with the
actually-
writing.
I
for
I
the-
could-
could
100%
see
agree.
that actually.
Yeah.
That could work.
So that
would've
way-
made a better sequel trilogy. No, I
Yeah,
100% agree.
that's
with
why
you.
I have charitability for the first movie because that's what I thought was so gonna happen. Rey was gonna be the
It
natural
didn't,
prodigy.
but it should've.
Yeah, so if it's looking solely at that movie, that's why I'm more forgiving of that scene because that's kind of what I pictured in my head when they both were fighting Kylo Ren. That okay, natural prodigy. Prodigy and Raw Passion versus Angry Toddler, who's cosplaying as Darth Vader. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, this can work. This will be fun. Is it just to remake a New Hope? Yeah, you know, but you know, of course, it didn't happen.
I have to say, the setup was good, but the movie was bad. That's what I think. Like, I understand perfectly what you're saying. It's set up. The setup of Rey and Finn was good, and like Kylo Ren as a character was good, but I don't like the rest of the movie. That's why it's D tier. But I guess what I'm trying to say is if The Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker were like better movies, and I may move up to C or even a low B, The Force Awakens. But that's why I'm keeping it a D, just because like
I'm not letting those two movies affect the first one. This is The Last Jedi. Last Jedi is in E tier. There's some decent moments, but overall the plot's really stupid.
I agree. And a lot of the space battles didn't make sense. Like the decisions they made.
I don't think any decision they made, any decision that anyone made in this movie doesn't make any sense. Even the initial plot. Yeah, I know. Even the initial plot setup, like, the Star Destroyer, which we know can literally do whatever the plot needs, is gonna let the rebel fleet slowly burn out of fuel, and so that way they can say we made sure the new rebel alliance is suffering. Why can't you just blow them up and then lie?
Exactly.
I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. The whole plot just by itself, the whole Casino Island subplot's dumb. The whole entire plot of Poe arguing to just someone, which would have been solved if anyone told Poe the secret plan they had, and Poe probably would have just went along with it. Dumb. The only interesting part was the Rey and Luke stuff. That was it.
That is true.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, the coup that Poe tried to do, like take everything over the ship.
Yeah.
He tried to coup the rebels.
Yeah. He tried to, he did. And everyone's like, okay. Again, would have been solved if they just said, hey, we're just going to go as long as we can to the point where we're going to kamikaze the ship. All right? It's like, if you just said that, the subplot would
fine, right?
Yeah, it's
still like being left in the dark.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I agree. Each year's fine.
The one thing that I
think even go lower, but each year's okay.
No, I mean, because there's some good ideas in here. It's just not fleshed out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things too is Rey and Kylo's like back and forth.
Oh,
that thing.
Yeah, I remember that now.
The weird.
Honestly, it kind of gets better in Rise of Skywalker, but even that's not great.
It's a little weird. I mean, I don't know why they just couldn't write a plot in which Rey could talk to Kylo face to face. Well, instead of using Force,
they kind of are.
No, they're using Force Skype, the new Force thing.
I was about to say Force Skype, dude.
No, Force Discord.
Zoom, Force Discord. Let's go.
Yeah, Rey just
like Discord.
Rey hops in the memory. He's like, okay, hold on. Looking at the Force Discord, why is there 5 Darth Vader role-playing servers? Shut up. don't look at that.
This should be part. Sorry, I'm just saying this should
Rey
be.
just pops on the VC.
Dude.
Basically, what this is every 10 seconds, Kylo Ren is like DMing Rey and just calling her in DMs. Every 10 seconds, it's just calling DMs, call now.
Rey is like rubbing Luke on the back. It's like, hey, listen, buddy, it's not your fault. It's just Can you hold on 1 second? What?
We are keeping this in. We are keeping
100%. We're keeping this in.
We're not cutting this out.
Rise of Skywalker's stupid. Everything about it's dumb. All the plot's trash.
True. I'm happy you're a man of culture.
Yeah, that's why
I agree.
I've been right on everything so far. But yeah, Rise of Skywalker, absolute fan service. Nothing makes sense. Absolutely dumb.
The entire plot is a plot hole.
Yeah, entire plot's a plot hole. Every single thing's a plot hole. Nothing makes sense.
I like that mostly everything we agreed on except for Revenge of the Sith. And
you know what was kind of cool though in this movie?
What?
The beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning, where they don't explain the plot.
Oh yeah, you know what else was really cool? My favorite part of the movie, it was the credits because I knew.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's my favorite part of the movie? I didn't like it when all the ships showed up, like every single Star Wars ship, including the Ghost crew.
Yeah, including people who shouldn't even possibly be in this.
I know.
Yeah, I love how like
Boba Fett was probably there too.
Yeah, every single
the Mandalorian.
And of course it doesn't even make like listen, the first 2 movies, I love this too. The first 2 movies everyone's like Rebels again. It's not like, all of us were in a lifetime where that happened. I guess I won't show up. oh, what do you know? The Emperor's back? Now's about time I should show up. Not for Empire 2.0. I'll stop for that. I'm not going to touch the rebels, but I will touch it to warp to some lost planet in the middle of a black hole.
Wait, you know who probably showed up? You guys have all finished Rebels, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ezra probably showed up for this one. He pulled up for that one. He probably pulled up for this one. He's just like, no, I'm coming out of retirement.
No, I'm out. Rogue One, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be really real. Okay. I don't remember I have watched this movie twice. I only remember the first 5 minutes and the final battle scene. Everything else puts me to sleep.
Okay,
Really?
for me, in my opinion, I have a love-hate relationship with the movie just because it's a really interesting like plot idea, but the way they executed it was kind of boring.
Yeah, also, it
know what I
feels
mean?
really weird. Okay, so I hate Saw Gerrera as a character, but his character acted so weird in the first 5 minutes, I didn't even know that was Saw Gerrera. Because it doesn't even make sense for his character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's so out of touch, like with what the character is, even though I don't like it, so that didn't make sense. But the main two characters they focus on are cool. The monk guy and the big bearded guy with the Gatling gun, those guys were cool.
The monk was the best character.
Yeah, the monk was so cool.
He was literally the best character.
No kidding, dude. I watched a Lego animation where there was like cheer, like the monk guy.
Yeah.
And it's called Cheer versus Everything. I highly recommend people watch it. And it
Uh-huh.
was like him like deflecting everything. It was like he was actually a Jedi. He took out his like staff with a lightsaber, and this is him destroying every single Empire thing. So first he fought stormtroopers, then he fought the Death Troopers, and he fought Darth Vader. He killed Darth Vader, and then the Death Star shot laser at him. And he took his lightsaber, he deflected the Death Star laser back in the Death Star and blew it up.
This guy was straight up like invincible.
It was so
Yeah.
funny. It was a joke Lego animation
No,
about
yeah.
how overpowered he was.
Okay.
He is overpowered. And then they remove him in the worst way
I
possible.
know.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm
How do you
thinking
do this to him?
B, if that's okay.
Yeah, Beast
Oh,
fine.
I was
Like
going
a-
to go one lower.
No,
but okay.
I'm thinking low B, high C.
I think low B just because of how the space battle in the Darth Vader hallway scene was.
Yeah, hallway scene's goated. Actually, the ground
the space
assault.
battle too. The
The
ground,
ground
and
assault.
space battle were really good.
I don't remember the space battle at all, but I just firmly remember the ground assault. Thinking, dude, if they
Yeah.
just cut off like
It's
from when
literally
they
Star
land.
Wars Vietnam, dude.
No, I was gonna say Star Wars Battlefront. Jesus, I was gonna say Battlefront.
Well, wait.
That too.
Iden Versio is in Battlefront, so.
What? Oh yeah. That. Well, listen, I only played the good Battlefronts, which are the first two. So yeah. So Solo.
Solo.
Solo's okay. I think it's okay.
I say C or B, yeah.
I think it's
You're
a
rating
C.
it lower
Okay.
than Rogue One?
Yeah. Well, because again,
Slightly lower.
my
though.
issue with the original trilogy is that I never really bought Han Solo as a character that much, and I thought this
okay.
would make me like him more, but it's about the same.
I
I'm
would
gonna
say
be honest,
okay.
like I kind of watched it just for Lando.
I would say very high C or very low B just because I think it's like slightly less than Rogue One. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm okay with it in C.
I'm fine with where you put it.
Okay. This is Clone Wars the movie. D. Movie's dumb.
Okay, wait. I had to.
Wait, sorry. Which
thought-
one is that? Is that the
Clone Wars
2000?
the movie. Yeah.
That's
Is
the
that-
movie.
It's not 2003. Is that
Not
the
the
one
mini-
where they kidnapped the Hut?
Yeah. Where they
Hut
kidnap.
son?
Yeah.
Yeah, D,
That's fair.
D,
Yeah,
that's
that's fair.
All right.
I didn't know which
The
one you were
plot
talking
literally could have been fixed in like 2 seconds.
The show.
about. I say
A.
S actually.
I was
Hey.
actually about to say S.
No.
Yeah, too.
Okay.
Originality, good things about the show to put in S. Like,
So-
yes, there were some episodes that were boring, some episodes that weren't as good. But considering
All the
that
clone episodes are so good, though.
95% of the show was I would watch and I remember.
Okay.
Makes it S tier.
I think that this show is very good,
Right.
but there's
Like, there's nothing majorly wrong with it. is what I'm trying to say.
there is, and
Like-
it's that
like
a
what?
lot of episodes are 4 episode arcs, which really drag out the pace as you go from
yeah.
later seasons. Like I rewatched the show twice now, and there's certain parts where I literally need to take a break because some plots just take so long. The first
Yeah.
season,
True.
the first
It
season
did
is
drag on.
kind of not that great. It's just okay. And the final season, other than the last 4, so let's ignore the last 4 episodes of the last season. Let's just ignore it. The other 8 episodes are pilots.
Wait, which season?
The last season. The last season
one
that
with
has the Bad
Ahsoka?
Batch and the
Oh,
Scrappers.
yeah.
First of all, for those 8 episodes, they all could have been like 2-parters. They didn't need
Right.
to be full
No, that-
4
that is
episode
true.
long epics, right?
But there was another season that added after, which is still in the Clone Wars. The one with Ahsoka and Darth Maul. That's why I put it in S.
Well, yeah, the
With
ending.
Order 66, the ending of Clone Wars is what solved it into S for me.
I mean, yeah,
That's
the
what pushed
final
it- that's what
final
pushed
movie's
it.
good, But for every single final move, like the last 4 episodes, you had to get through 8 episodes of just okay plot in order to get to 4 episodes that have nothing to do with the previous 8, to be totally honest.
AKA the entire start of season 7.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
The entire beginning Ahsoka plot.
Like
the season 7, the 4 episodes are just filler. But
like Darth Maul.
The rest of the Ahsoka plot, like after the filler, was Darth Maul.
Yeah.
6 and Rex was enough for me to push the show to
4 episodes in a 120 episode show.
No,
that's
it's
what
not what I'm saying. I'm saying out of that season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's just...
And I think out of the whole show, I like 90% of it. I think liking 90% of a show is pretty good to put in that.
But I just think that there's a lot of pacing problems with this. That's just my main issue.
But I don't think pacing's enough to bring it down.
Yeah, if there's like, okay.
Well, pacing in a TV format could.
Yeah, like especially that one season where it started off with Darth Maul.
Fine, then put it in the highest A and I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I mean... Like that one season where they just like oh, it's Savage oppressing Maul. They're doing stuff. Oops, they're not going to do anything for 10 episodes.
Maul plot though.
Maul plot's good.
The Maul plot.
But there's
this.
a 10 episode pause in that subplot to talk about other things that don't matter to the Maul and Savage subplot.
Like the killing of all the Night Sisters and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, the Night Sisters was cool. But, the killing of the Night Sisters was really cool. But the episode before it was Gungan's bodying General Grievous, which is really stupid, but it's funny, but it's stupid.
It's kind of funny.
2003 Clone Wars, also an A. Okay. I think this one's a better show, but this one visually is better. Pacing's a lot faster. General Grievous is better written, which that's one issue with the Clone Wars.
Terrifying in that show.
Yeah, because the issue with
the Shaggy Jedi. Dude.
The issue with
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh yes, Shaggy Jedi.
The issue with that I have with Grievous in this show is he's just like a weekly villain that just shows up and then he loses and goes, "Yeah, I'll get you next time," and then he flies away.
Yeah, dude, that voice is amazing. Nah, get you next time.
It's Skeletor.
Honestly, I kind of wish that like the current Clone Wars was in the 2003 style.
Yeah, that's because Genndy
so
Tarkovsky is such a good artist. Like, listen, the
only difference is that the Clone Wars 2003 is like 2D animation, 2003 is 3D.
Well, you can make stylized 3D things too, like or you can make it as high quality like the Bad Batch is. But the first 2 seasons, they all kind of look like Jimmy Neutron.
That's kind of true. Season 7 looked awesome though.
No, season 7 specifically the last 4 episodes looked sick.
Not even. I thought the beginning of season 7 looked okay.
It looked good, but you can tell there's a jump in quality between the last 4 and the first 8. You can actually
100%.
tell. Yeah, because they mocapped a lot of the first, a lot of the 8 episodes. They mocapped it, which is very interesting. I think they should have done that more often if they could, but mocapping is expensive. Bad Batch, I also would throw an A tier.
Okay,
I can't comment on Bad Batch because I've only seen season 1.
All right, so have you seen season 2, Josh?
I have seen season 2.
All right, so without spoiling it, I think season 2 is way better than season 1, but I still put it in high A, not S, just because season 1 wasn't that good compared to season 2.
I honestly,
if it was just season 2, I'd put it in S. You know what I mean? Like,
I think reverse. I think 1 was better than 2.
You really do, including the Crosshair episodes and the showing. The downfall of the Clone Army, how they got basically replaced and obsolete.
Okay, yeah, that is what happens in the plot. But the Crosshair episodes are 3 episodes in a 12, 15 episode long season. Yeah. Most of the part that actually follows the Bad Batch in the Bad Batch season 2 is so incredibly boring.
Yeah, but that's the same issue I had with season 1, except season 2's filler episodes actually led to places like season 2's filler episodes actually led to places like with them not doing work with Sid anymore, them learning lessons like willing to live on that planet and away from the fighting and call it their home was more interesting filler episodes than season 1, where season 1 is like the filler was just a filler that led nowhere. Like Omega's lost or captured, you have to go help her, or you have to run this mission for credits. They go do that, they come back.
Yeah, I kind of like the weekly format.
Season 2, the filler episodes actually have more interesting stuff that wasn't just filler. It was filler with a point.
I mean, I don't.
That's why I like season 2 better than season 1, but I still call it an A.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There was episodes where I just straight up fell asleep in Bad Batch season 2.
That's the same for me, but for season 1.
Yeah, season 1, I like the weekly, like, hey, they did a job format with an overarching plot. I like that a lot.
I don't really like that.
All right. Rebels is...
Season 2 did that better. They did
Rebels. This is when I'm really mean. Mid.
What?
Mid.
Yeah, I was about to say. I say at least
only
animation and art style. Horrendous. I'm sorry. It's bad. The character designs are bad.
True,
all right?
but everything else is really good about it.
The plot lines. For every good episode, there are 3 bad episodes that serve no purpose. Literally, okay, yeah, you get the Darth Maul and the 7 Sisters, right? Which are fun. The Inquisitor, great. Thrawn, great. But don't
Thrawn carried the show.
Yeah, but he showed up in season 3. But everything else in between is just Ezra does something. Something bad happens. They all escape, and then there's a really lackluster space battle. And that's almost every single episode that's not the really good one.
Well, that is kind of...
This is why I think it should be E. Or no, not E, D.
D?
No, I think it should be C, just because...
Also,
I have to...
I genuinely dislike Rebels heavily.
I don't dislike it.
I do not like Rebels.
I don't dislike it, but I don't like it.
If this was a personal tier list, I'd put it in E.
No, dude, listen to me. I don't dislike it that much, but I also don't like it that much. It's like right in the middle.
Okay, so now
I'm fine with it being C, just because I know what you mean. The space battles are lackluster, but that's only because the rebellion was barely formed. So the sea battles had to be smaller scale.
I don't want it to be large scale. I just think that, okay, first of all, generally space battles
and
bore me.
And was amazing, and Darth Vader, for the time that he was there, and Inquisitors are really interesting.
So I find space battles just, I don't care, right? That's just a personal thing. So to have lackluster space battles, right? I get it if there's a narrative reason, but do we really need in the 22 episode season for like 14 out of those episodes to end with a lackluster space battle? If that's the point, if there's a narrative point, then show less of it. But no, that's how they had to get out of every single situation.
Oh yeah,
I
get your point.
And also,
I just don't think it's as bad as the Clone Wars.
Also, the main cast kind of sucks. Like other than Kanan, I didn't like any of the main cast.
This is what I'm saying. Ezra is so annoying.
Ezra's annoying. Sabine's boring.
Sabine was slightly more interesting purely because of the fact that she's a Mandalorian.
Yeah,
like, that's the only reason.
But her design was trash in the first 100%. Season. In the first season.
That is kind of
I'm just saying on level of interest.
Let me explain my point. Ezra in season 1 and season 2 is not very good until the end of season 2. I liked Ezra in season 3 and season 4. I liked Thrawn in season 3 and season 4 because that's the only season he was in.
Yeah.
I liked Callus throughout because that's not Agent Callus is a very interesting character.
You know what? I did like Callus more than the whole entire main cast. Wait, actually,
but Callus is kind of the main cast because he appeared in almost every episode. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I did like Kanan, and I like Sabine. In between, like Sabine, you know what I mean? Like, but Ezra was only good towards the end. That's I keep it C.
I didn't even like Ezra in the end. Like, I just kind of thought he's just like that generic like protagonist.
I guess.
Like literally, I've seen so many other shows that do the same thing. Yeah, and I'm just like.
But I still think it's not as bad as the 2 things you put in.
Okay, hold on. Now I actually have to think.
I think the lowest C possible is a fine, but I don't think it's D worthy.
I think it's definitely worthy of D.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. All right. Well, you know what?
This is there was enough stuff about the show to push it out of D. Just barely.
I don't know.
Hold on. You know what?
You don't think Thrawn is enough to push it out of D?
No, because it's like...
All right, hold on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up
He's cool, but the main people who are fighting him are just...
Not everyone. I liked a lot of the concepts shown, like, especially towards the end, the middle end, when it showed Saw Gerrera. I'm not saying Saw Gerrera as a character. I'm saying showing the difference between killing every Imperial you can just to kill them versus showing some, like, chivalry. You know, chivalry.
No. I know what you mean, but like,
don't even get me started on Saw Gerrera. I don't like Saw Gerrera.
That's not what I meant about Saw Gerrera. I meant like the more ethical debate about whether you should do everything possible to win.
I don't like that either.
Killing a bunch of people versus like acting more like in the war format where you have rules and you have like.
I don't even like that concept being presented in the context that the show is in.
I still don't like the lens that the show's looking through.
Yeah.
Which is the lens of literally the rebels.
Yeah.
But they also show a lot from the Imperial point of view too.
I don't care about the Imperial point of view. They're evil incarnate.
I would
That's exactly
I would care more about the
They're evil
Imperial point of view
incarnate.
if it was any different lens.
Josh, that's exactly my point. Everyone thinks about the Empire as evil incarnate, but the actual people serving for the Empire aren't all evil. Like when
Okay.
they showed the recruitment for the Empire and the kids that were learning to be stormtroopers. And
Yeah.
they showed Agent Callus, and they showed like other people in the Empire that were getting disillusioned with the Empire, even the admirals. Like the admiral that was the admiral in the Clone Wars, I forget his name. That was also the admiral in the Empire, or the ISP agent in the Empire. I just feel like they did a good job at showing that not all Imperials were bad. Not all Imperials were Sidious and Vader and Tarkin.
Okay. Yeah, I know
So
that.
that's what I meant by showing it from the Imperial point of view.
Yeah. Okay. Also,
Not
I'm looking.
humanizing the Empire, but humanizing individuals in the Empire.
Okay. I'm also
You
looking.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm looking through the episode list. Wow, I really don't like most of these episodes. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Hold on.
But
This
it's
is the
not
determining
as
factor.
bad. It's not as bad as a Clone Wars movie. That's in D.
I still think it's D.
I don't.
can't-
I'm sorry. If you're gonna put in D, at least put it in the highest D. But I think it should.
I mean,
C.
probably. Hold on.
It is not.
You know what? I remembered what was the convincing thing to put in D. Caden's he-ass haircut in season 4 is worthy enough for taking the sickest character design that the show had with him with the mask and the ponytail and the goatee and looking like he just went to the barber and he just looked him dead in the eye and just went, just ruin me. just end my existence.
Rebels goes to D.
Forces of Destiny, I'm very neutral because
I haven't
I
seen
never
that.
watched that one.
I acknowledge it. It's cute. It's fine. It's harmless.
I'll trust you on that because I watch it.
Yeah,
haven't either.
it's fine. It's just, showing off all the
The
girl characters.
Mandalorian,
Ooh, the Mandalorian.
B for me.
I was gonna put it in A, but then I remembered season 3, and I hate
Yeah.
season 3 so much. I'm putting it in B.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Season 3.
It
First
didn't
of
make
all-
much sense. Some of the costumes in the fights are cool, but apart from that, it should have ended at season 2.
yeah. Also, like the fact that you need to watch a whole entire other show to gain context for
That
the
is
third
true.
season, and they don't even follow what even happened in the other show is obnoxious.
yeah.
Also, the plot doesn't even make sense because everyone on Mandalore hated Bo because she just accepted the Darksaber without doing anything, and now she did it again. Everyone's just fine with that. Also, the plot's not focusing on Mandalore anymore, so I'm sorry, the Mandalorian. So I don't care. I really don't care. It just
It's not the Mandalorian anymore. It's just Mandalorian.
which
Yeah.
the first 2 seasons really good, really good. I like the weekly format of him getting in trouble and it all culminates into one thing. Very fun.
Yeah.
Season 3 boring.
Right.
Visions D. It's just
I think Vision is a bit better because it's only because it was an interesting concept.
yeah, but
I think the way they did it, some episodes are bad. Like 20 wasn't very good, but from what
most of it
from what I've seen from it, the art style was amazing.
it just-
the anime twist on Star Wars.
I mean, it's
I would say
just
low C.
it's to reiterate what we said in the anime thing. Other than the samurai episode, which I forget the name of it.
Yeah, that one.
Which was
With the
done-
Sith Hunter.
Yeah, literally almost all the art style was just trying to emulate some version of either Studio Trigger or it was trying to emulate Studio Ghibli. And
Yeah.
I thought you liked this show though.
What?
no, what?
Visions. I thought
Visions?
You liked it.
No, I like.
I think
I
you for it
really,
for
really
you,
like the
literally.
first one, which is the
The samurai.
samurai one.
The samurai
And
one's
then
cool.
One of the
I was literally sticking up for the show because I thought you liked it.
No, I really only like the first episode. I'm kind of
Everything else just kind of like
it's either the last episode or the second to last
I
episode.
have to
That
admit,
one is okay.
I have to admit, only 2 of the episodes are really good.
yeah. Which is the problem with anthologies is that this majority just kind of seems like a tech demo. The new season kind of looks really good because they actually got
we
more.
can
yeah.
judge it after that.
Yeah, but this is solely on first season. Book of Boba Fett's E.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
it literally
Really?
because the only 2 good episodes were The Mandalorian and had nothing to do with Boba
Yeah.
Fett. Boba Fett.
Cat Bane though?
Cat Bane. Yeah.
Cat Bane was sick.
Yeah. You want to know
Yeah,
what?
but
You know what? No.
Mandalorian was an episode, dude.
Hold on. This pisses me
Mandalorian
off.
was literally
That's
in
true.
that episode.
Okay, this pissed me off so much. The plot doesn't make sense. They talk as if they know each other. we never get shown why they know each other because it was
That's
a,
true.
it was
In
a
the Clone
cut
Wars,
episode of Clone Wars that they
you're
instead
right,
made the
you're
Bad
right,
Batch and the Scrapper episodes instead of making that episode so that we know the context. But
That's
guess what?
true.
We don't know the context. So there's this big triumphant climax of something we don't even know why these two characters even know each other.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But maybe if
They
instead of talking
assume-
about Tusken Raiders for 3 episodes and showed Cad Bane once, we know, but
Right,
no.
but also, they probably assume that we watched this deleted scene, but you know.
Yeah. Assume we'd watch a deleted scene on Twitter or something to know the context of a full
Yeah.
TV
Yeah,
show.
I agree.
All right, you know what? That's fair. I still really like Cad Bane.
Cad Bane's good, but it just made
Live
no
action
sense.
Cad Bane was kind of sick.
It was
actually.
sick,
Yeah,
but
it was,
Live
but it made
action
no
Cad Bane was
sense.
awesome.
yeah, because they actually did get the guy who does his voice to come back to do the voice, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
really
I
cool.
remember
He
that.
looks so cool.
Yeah, he looks good.
And his voice lines were good, but it just like it made no sense for him even being.
Resistance just looked ugly, so I missed it.
It was
I skipped
horrible. F tier, F tier, F tier.
Okay, that's the one
Please.
free one
It
you
was
get.
So bad.
That's the free one you
literally
get.
Everything about it was bad. You have to watch. I'll show you a clip after, but
I'd rather not see a clip afterwards if you said it's bad.
Nathan, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen this.
It's literally like
Why is
everything.
BB-8 there?
All right, look,
I don't know why. I'm just wondering.
Dude, listen. It's like there's no main characters in the sequels, but it's
Okay.
like about the resistance. So it's like everything bad you can take from the sequels and nothing good about it.
Wait,
And
so
they
it's
put it-
literally just
and they
like
put
them
it into
fighting
a
the First
show.
Order?
Yeah, and they put it into a show.
What?
Damn, we didn't even get to the point.
It's like Rebels, but worse.
Wait, it's Rebels, but in
But
the
worse.
sequel timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone knows how smart the sequel timeline is.
Oh,
Show me soon to commit die.
All right.
that's no.
Kenobi. This is a solid B tier.
I agree.
Yeah, I was about
I
to
It
say.
think
should have been a
B.
movie, TBH.
If it's a movie, it'd be A.
Yeah.
It would have flowed better.
Yeah, if it was a movie, it'd be.
Honestly, yeah, I could.
Just because having to wait between the episode kind of ruined it for
Well,
me.
no, not even that, but like having it in an episode format just gave so much like filler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
it's
kind of
true.
felt overall really slower. I mean, I like
agree,
the
I
Inquisitor. I like the one of the Seven Sisters. I really liked her character in this show.
Yeah.
I think she was really good. Obi-Wan was, of course, great. The Darth Vader fight was great. It's just
Yeah.
that it kind of just took. It was. It
I
could have
only
been
have
cut into
one
like a movie.
problem with
What?
Obi-Wan.
Wait, was it that you both didn't watch Andor, or did you?
All right, we both didn't watch Andor.
I would, if I'm being as honest as I can, put it. I will change it from S just because you guys haven't watched it. I'll put it in A.
Yeah,
Just because the show, if you look at the reviews, it was such a good show. Not just the Rotten Tomatoes, but also audience score. So
Okay.
everyone liked the show, and no, listen, everyone liked the show for good reasons.
Okay.
It showed a lot, but the ISB, Security Bureau for the Empire,
Cool.
and all the the stuff. It's hard to explain without watching the show, but the finale was amazing. It showed a lot of the interior and how the Empire worked, and also the beginning of the Rebel Alliance.
Yep.
And even though it's centered on a character that we don't really resonate with, the show
no,
was great.
don't
The
care
show
about.
was great. So I would put an A. And if
Yeah.
you don't like it, you can change it in the editing.
I'm not gonna watch it because
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. I really am burnt out on the Rebels as a premise because I really don't.
Well, it wasn't just the Rebels, so
well,
that's why it
I-
made it so interesting.
Yeah, but I really don't really care about the beginnings of the Rebels. I really don't. I'm kind of just burnt out on that. I really don't
Please
care.
trust me and put it in low.
I know I am gonna put it in A. Silly. I'm just saying I'm not gonna watch it. I don't
What was
really.
the last show? Tales of the Jedi? Is that what it was?
Yes.
I couldn't tell because I had no title.
Yeah, it's Tales of the Jedi. That's like a B.
Wait, can I jump
I
in quick
agree.
on Kenobi?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Well,
It's
no, I didn't get to finish my thought. on
My bad.
Kenobi.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, you're good.
Because Nathan
Um,
wants to talk about Rotten Tomatoes scores because we can always trust Rotten Tomatoes
Well,
scores
I meant an audience score, which is
and
the
audios
actual
And audience score.
and audience scores. We can always
Well,
trust
I
those.
That's true.
Rotten Tomatoes is critics and audiences after people watch a show.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say if they're both high.
But only the people who use Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. What about
There's
what,
not-
what's,
it's not
What about
really-
literally?
what's the Metacritic score, huh?
Guys, can I explain with it?
Yeah, no, I got you. Sorry.
The one is just the critics, which you can't trust just what the critics say. It's not actually what general population thinks.
Okay.
And ones of the general population thinks. What I'm trying to say is if both are high, it's an indicator of a good show. Like Breaking Bad,
Okay.
both of them are high.
Okay.
Better Call Saul, both of them are high. Andor, both of them are high.
What if
Game of Thrones, both of them are pretty high.
Okay.
I guess I'm trying to say is that both the general population, general public, and the critics who actually are paid to review these things think the show is good, it's probably good.
Okay, counterpoint. What if I think both groups are idiots?
So everyone else in the world is an idiot.
Except me. I'm Squidward.
Then you have something wrong.
Everyone's an idiot except for me.
You have something wrong with you.
No, I don't. I have everything right with me.
Or that.
Exactly. All right, what was your point about Kenobi?
Oh yeah, Kenobi. Yeah.
Or that.
All right, wait. So I only have one problem with Kenobi, which
Okay.
is I want to say it's the third episode.
Okay.
It's when Vader comes in.
Okay.
So do you remember when Kenobi is fighting
Obi-Wan?
Vader?
Yeah.
Right, for the first time.
It's when he gets burned.
Why does Obi-Wan suck?
Because he's scared.
He's out of practice and he's scared.
Okay, this is what I don't understand though. Okay, right. Jedi are trained as younglings.
Uh-huh.
They get exponentially more cracked. There is no way he forgets how to do that.
Actually, that's a really
How
good
the hell
point.
does he forget how to fight?
Yeah, wait, actually.
He
wait.
has a lightsaber. He's holding it like a flashlight. He's like stuck. He's acting like he's
Well,
stuck
I
in like a
understand
dark
it.
cave. He's like
it's the law
scary.
of the intimidation factor, but it's also that like.
Dude, but there's no way that Darth Vader he's just like menacing.
Darth-
Oh crap! I
Darth
forgot how
Maul-
to fight.
It's not.
There's
it's
no
not just-
way.
It can make an analogy though.
Yeah.
It's not just that he is intimidated. It's that he hasn't used the Force for 10 years. And if you look at Luke,
That's true.
If you look
Okay.
at Luke in The Last Jedi, and I think this is a good movie. If you look at Luke in The Last Jedi and how he didn't physically go fight, which that's so dumb, but whatever. He didn't. He cut himself off in the Force for around the same amount of time, maybe even longer.
Okay.
And that's why he was able to fight Kylo Ren.
Okay, okay, but hold on,
But
wait.
it's the
So what
same
he's
idea.
saying, okay, so Luke didn't do anything for 10 years, and he's able to astrally project himself to another planet millions upon
Again,
millions of
not
miles
using
away.
the Force like at all.
Yeah, okay. Obi-Wan cannot do anything. Darth Maul hid in a cave for like 5 years, and he was able to fight.
This is true.
Yeah,
The only argument that I've heard countering me was that he was like just like scared of Anakin the whole time, and he just like exponentially got weaker.
Which,
But that
like-
doesn't make any sense because like lightsaber combat is not entirely based on the Force, right?
Yeah, I mean, not
Lightsaber
particularly.
combat is essentially just sword. So how do you forget
if
how to
General Grievous can literally do it and be programmed to do it.
exactly?
I'm pretty, like,
There's no way that he can
Okay,
like.
so
I
get to
understand
that
him fighting
weak.
sloppy, but like he just did not fight.
Luke,
Exactly. He got
that is
bodied.
a good point, Luke. But I think the final fight scene.
No, the final fight scene's
The
good.
final fight scene's awesome. I only have a problem with the first fight
I
scene.
think that keeps it in B though.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's
I'm
a
not
B.
saying to take it out of B. I just don't like that fight
I
scene
agree,
because
I
it's
agree
just
with you.
stupid.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like he could have put up more of a fight, and then like they could have
Luke,
been like,
I-
"Oh, he's like intimidated because he's fighting his like former
Look,
Padawan." Blah blah blah.
I was just really worried you're gonna put it in C.
Oh no! I'm not taking it down. I'm just saying they could have
Alright.
done that 10,000 times better because that
Yeah.
was just kind of stupid.
Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of
This
the
is the one
Jedi.
I actually don't know where to put it. Because it's too
I haven't
short
watched
for,
this, actually.
It's too short for me to decide. But the stuff that was in it were really interesting.
It's literally a filler
don't
show
know, dude.
to explain certain plot holes of
Like
Clone
Count
Wars.
Dooku and Ahsoka.
Yeah, which I get.
Oh, okay.
But however,
Wait,
Like
is
10
Qui-Gon
minutes,
Jinn?
the whole-
I've heard that Qui-Gon Jinn is in.
he's
something.
in it for like 30
You
seconds.
did.
30
No, because the whole thing is like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're like shorts.
It's too short.
Yeah.
Oh
To
wait,
be
wait,
created.
wait!
Wow.
Like 10-minute shorts?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
no,
they're like-
in total, like each 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like really okay.
They're like
never mind, that makes sense.
They're literally short, which
Yeah.
I would actually
They're
like
like
that
short shorts.
because
Yeah.
Clone
Okay,
Wars
okay.
base had so many unfinished plot lines. It's ridiculous. Whatever did happen to Asajj Ventress? Nope, she was written out of the plot. If you read the book, I don't want to read a book to learn about what happened to a character after the plot in the show they were in.
Yeah.
Would you like it if the final season of Breaking Bad was a book? Nope. You wouldn't like it. No one would like that. With a book?
Where'd you put it?
I think it's B.
Okay, because I think
'cause they can do more.
The Qui-Gon
I-
Dooku arc was good. I think B's fine.
And also, I liked how they showed how Ahsoka lived the final fight. They showed the training of that. They showed how she went into hiding.
They showed how she trained with
Because we really didn't.
So wait, can I explain?
No, I was talking.
Anakin wanted her to have more realistic training, so she had to come shoot at her with stun blasters. And that basically translated into the Order 66 scene where she successfully deflected all blasters and escaped.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Sorry.
wait, so they explain actually how she gets out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they show the training that she did in order to survive that final fight.
Okay.
Along
okay.
with showing her after what happened in the Clone Wars, and like one of the Inquisitors found her in a farming village, essentially. Yeah, and by the way,
it's literally it's kind of like the samurai plot then from Visions.
Yeah.
And
sick.
The only thing I don't like is his head deflated. You remember that?
Yeah,
so
this is true.
She got off the Critters' head. It's just like a balloon just deflated.
What?
Let me see if we can find
No, we're not looking up clips right now.
After.
Yeah.
Wait, if it's that short, I might just watch it.
No, literally, you can like binge it in.
I thought it was gonna be like a whole thing where it's just like it was like 5 episodes. They're all like 20 minutes.
This was made as filler because Bad Batch season 2 was taking so long.
Okay.
But yeah, I think
happy with this
they can
list,
keep adding more to this, which is why I'm kind of tentative in B. Because if they explain
I'm
other
pretty happy with
characters,
this list. This Vengeance it was A, but apart from that, I think I agree with everything.
okay, yeah, and I think they could do a lot more with Tales of the Jedi in future seasons. I don't know if they
can
are.
make it a bit longer and add more stuff. Yeah.
No, I mean I'm okay with it being in the shorts format
Also,
because
I'm not gonna admit longer in total. Like add more.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just explain other characters. Like what did Yoda do? What did Kasaj do?
You know, what'd be really cool? Qui-Gon lore.
Oh yeah.
More Qui-Gon.
Remember how he was in one episode of the Clone Wars? Which
There's no lore for him. He's such a cool character too.
yeah, I know.
There should
So
be
cool.
more Qui-Gon.
And I'm looking at all the Star Wars
For
stuff.
God's sake, there's more Angry Birds and Bad Piggies lore. There is Qui-Gon lore. Literally.
That's actually true.
Okay, wait.
There's
Now
more helicopter lore and Qui-Gon lore.
okay, now for the final thing, okay? The thing that's not on here. The final thing. This is going straight to S tier. No one can convince me otherwise.
Okay.
The Star Wars Holiday Special. Objective
No,
comedic
you know what? Fair.
masterpiece.
Okay,
Fair.
Funniest thing you'll ever see.
It's pretty funny. And the Lego one's pretty funny too.
Oh no, all the Lego ones go in C.
Well, no, the
Except
Lego
for
Holiday
the,
Special was solid.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Lego Holiday.
That's
Okay,
why I
yeah.
said
Yeah.
the Lego
You know-
Holiday
Okay.
Special.
I thought you were saying like the
No.
Lego stuff.
The
Okay,
Lego
no,
one,
no.
that's a B tier. That's a B tier.
Yeah.
You don't need to do this in editing. Most of the Lego specials can go in
talking
like
about it, don't
C.
I'm probably
I
gonna do
agree.
this in
B.
editing
I
anyway.
agree. I agree with that. I'm just in the Lego Holiday Special.
Yeah, no, Lego Holiday Special's a banger.
A banger.
The Star Wars Holiday Special you're putting right here, S tier, funniest thing. Princess Leia was coked out of her mind.
Dude,
No one wanted to be there.
Add the laughing emoji right there.
Yeah, add the laughing emoji. Boop. There we go. Thank you.
Emoji.
Yep, laughing emoji. It's also really there was also a part where was it Chewie's granddad was looking at like a VR stripper, and that was so like out of place. It was hilarious. There's also a point where like the little Chewbacca just watches cooking on TV, and you just painfully have to watch. It's like 10 minutes of cooking. And then everyone's just like really miserable singing a holiday song. Oh my god, it was so funny. S tier. And I think that looks pretty good. That looks really good.
I like it.
Yeah. It's pretty solid. It's pretty good. I think this is acceptable.
I would say so as well.
Acceptable.
Acceptable.
I agree.
And yeah, I think that's everything. Everything that's actually worth looking at.
That was so dumb.